Cheers, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Cows and Coffee. Grab your coffee mug. Happy Easter. It's a beautiful Easter day here on the Stony Ridge Farm. So we're live streaming on both Facebook and Cows and Coffee podcast, the live stream YouTube channel, and we're live streaming on the regular YouTube channel. So if you're watching from regular YouTube channel, the Stony Ridge Farmer channel, understand that we have a specifically dedicated live stream channel. It's called Cows and Coffee. Search it, subscribe to it, and you'll get notifications when I go live. We're doing live streams somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 5 times a week all summer long. So we'll be out here with the cows. You'll get a lot more cow action. You'll get a lot more farm action. Did you eat your breakfast? Did you eat your breakfast? So out here feeding the dogs. Got to put the dogs up before we go see the cows, and the cows are up in the pasture basically behind the house, but I'm actually going to drive up there. We've got a few errands to run this morning. We've got honeybees. Hey, go pee. Go pee pee. Both of you. Go pee. Got a few errands to run. Go pee pee. The dogs are very well trained. I trained the dogs to go to the bathroom in the woods so that I didn't have to run over dog poop with my lawnmower. There's nothing worse than riding and having a poop, poop, poop. But anyway, for those of you who are just now joining us, there is a live stream channel. If you aren't subscribed to the live stream channel, we've got about 3,000 followers over there. Go on YouTube. It's called Cows and Coffee, and we're also streaming on Facebook too. Cows and Coffee is the live stream channel for the Stony Ridge Farm. Just thought I'd do a happy Easter for you guys. You see in the title, prayers needed. I've got some family stuff going on right now. My grandmother, I'm blessed to have known my great grandparents and my grandparents. My grandmother is not doing very well. She is on hospice, and today is probably we need your prayers for a peaceful passing is what we need. Grandma is not in pain. Grandma is not hurting. Grandma's just not doing well, and it's a blessing. She's a wonderful person. You couldn't ask for a better grandma. Just fun, loving. Everybody that knew her knew just what a wonderful person she was. Grandfather was the same way. When my grandfather passed away, there was a line outside the funeral home. It zigzagged through the funeral home, outside the funeral home, and up the street to tell you, just what good people these folks are. Very proud to say that I've missed Grandma's pancakes. Every Saturday morning we used to go up to Grandma's house. Grandma lived in Stewart, Virginia, which is about 35 minutes north of here. And anyway, your thoughts and prayers needed. My fondest memories of Grandma is going up there and having breakfast and climbing in her tree, and going to the beach. They had a beach house in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and at a place called Ocean Lakes. We used to go down there as kids. So prayers for Grandma, not prayers for Grandma to get well, but really prayers for Grandma to have a peaceful passing. And hopefully today she'll have a peaceful passing. That's why I'm in the vehicle right now, because when I get done feeding cows and taking you guys around for the live stream, I'm going to go up there and hang with the family for a little bit before I come back and do some farm work this afternoon. So there's that beep. There's that Honda beep. So happy Easter. We could again wish for nothing more than a peaceful passing for Grandma on this Easter Sunday. And thoughts and prayers needed, guys. Thank you. So on a lighter note, we're going to farm this morning a little bit. This is the Mega Shop. In case you guys haven't seen the Mega Shop lately, we just poured the concrete pad. If you haven't watched that video, go down and watch the video. We poured the concrete pad here, and we poured some stamped concrete and Cows and Coffee. Cheers. We've got some new mugs out. There's a link to the StonyRidgeFarmer.com website down there if you want to share in the camaraderie of having a cup of joe with me on the live stream in the mornings. So we were putting on all the cool tops out here the other day, and I've got to go check. I've got honeybees in here. The weather's been really cold, and we've got honeybees in the mega shop. I'm going to turn the camera around just a bit so you guys can see what's going on. The shop is a disaster. Don't judge me. It's not really that bad, but don't judge me. So these are our bees. There are 5 packages of honeybees, and these guys are ready to get out of here and get into their respective hives. Some of them are doing a little bit better than others. You can see there are some dead bees down in the bottom of at least one of these hives. And this is a spray mister. So there is a jar. I'll show you. I'm going to mist these real quick. Just give them a little water. That's about it. There's a jar of sugar water right here in each one of these containers. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. The video is coming very, very soon. We're going to go ahead and mist these guys. They need to be misted twice a day so that they can digest that sugar water. Okay, so the sugar needs to be diluted, and that's what this does. So today, later, after the weather hits about 60 degrees, I'll be out here working with the bees. So that's what I have to do to maintain these 5 packages of bees. Stay tuned, future video instilling these 5 packages of honeybees. And we got these from our friends at Triad Bee Supply in Trinity, North Carolina. So yeah, pretty cool. Thank you guys for all the thoughts and prayers. I really appreciate it. Really do. We're going to whip the camera back around, and we're going to head up to the top of the hill to take care of the cows. So we've taken care of feeding the dogs. The chickens are taken care of. The coffee's taken care of. The live stream's getting taken care of. And now we're going to go see the cows. Guys, this equipment yard right here is going to change. So all this stuff is going to be out of here soon. And this is where I'm going to park each and every one of my implements for the farm. Okay. So that's why everything is situated the way it is right now. And it's a total mess. It just is a total mess right now. Don't like living in a mess, but sometimes life takes priority, right? So the cows are way up on the top of the hill, and we're actually just going to drive all the way up there. The ATV sitting up there, it's already hooked to a hay bale, and they're going to want to move to fresh green grass. Let's get these shades off. But we're not moving them to fresh green grass till this afternoon. We're going to give them a bale of hay this morning, and we're really just trying to buy some time for the cows, and I'll explain all that. We've got a fencing crew coming out working with me next week, not this coming week, but next week on the week of the 17th. We also have 135 chickens coming out the week of the 17th, so it's a busy springtime here in the farm. Didn't take long for the shop to get filled up, LOL. That's why we built it, man. We built it to fill it up. There'll be areas that are just storage in the mega shop. There'll be areas where I can go in and easily access my tools and organize. And we're going to do some organization videos for you guys so you can get some great ideas for your own place, whether it's that big or whether it's a small little building. So believe it or not, everything that you saw in that, okay, camera, get your mind back on me, back over here. I don't know why the camera's doing that. Everything you saw used to be in this white building right here. Pretty bright back there. You can't hardly see it. But prayers and thoughts, hugs and loves. Thank you, guys. Didn't take long to fill up the shop. And I'm in the driveway, guys, so don't judge me for driving and being on a live stream. Literally, we've got about 150 yards of open road to drive. My land is 150 acres, and the land basically borders 4 different roads. So the cows get to cross the road a lot. Why did the cow cross the road? To get to the better grass. All right. Grass is looking great here on the farm. I don't want the cows In other words, what I'm trying to do is I overgrazed last year. I overgrazed and I didn't pay attention to what I was doing quite as good as I should have. I started moving the cows twice a day about halfway through the year last year, and that really made the grass flourish. So right now, what I'm doing is buying a little bit of time before I move the cows onto a 35-acre paddock, and they will be on that paddock for approximately 25 to 35 days. They will be over there on that paddock eating, getting hay rolled out. We got to get through all the hay that we bought this past year. We've got about 28 bales left, and it's springtime. So we don't want to waste that hay. If it sits over the summer, it'll be wasted. So, guys, thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers on Grandma. Hopefully, I'm not experiencing the same thing that I experienced before, which is my live stream isn't letting the comments come through. So, guys, post some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. We may have to refresh the live stream. I don't know. If we do, hang tight. We're going to get on up here. Sometimes when I go in the shop building, the service gets really bad. You see the camera tilt? The camera has a gimbal on it that settles whenever I go around a turn. I think I am going to sign out and sign back in on this live stream just so I can make sure I'm getting your chats. I'm not getting your chats now. Total bummer. And we're frozen at 264 people. I know there's 500 of you guys in here right now. Beautiful spring day. So again, if you're just now joining us, the Cows and Coffee live stream channel is where you'll find most of the live streams nowadays. We used to do live streams on a weekly basis on the regular farm channel, but I don't do that anymore simply because I created a live stream channel so we could do it over there. Now, I'm going to reset our live stream right now because for some reason I can't see your comments and that's not cool. So stand by. I'll be right back. Now we're back. It's Easter morning. Most are at church. That's good. Good for those that this is my church. So you're seeing my church, and my relationship with my Lord and my God doesn't require me to go to church. I have a relationship with my Creator, and I don't know, man. I had a bad experience at church. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with going to church, guys. I mean, good gracious. More power to you. So if you're catching this after the fact, after church, welcome. I see the comments rolling through now. So we just had to refresh. Sam, I am. Where is Miss Stony Ridge this morning? Dude, let me tell you what happened. What had happened was... And somebody just posted a link to the Cows and Coffee website. Yep, Plague of Badgers. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you to my moderators. All right. See? A Honda Element can be a farm truck. Dude, I ride this thing because it's super easy on gas. And if you don't know anything about these, how much room this thing has in the back of it, it's like a school bus. So that's the reason you could fit a round bale in the back of that thing almost. So... Oh, we've got one cow over here already on the other side of the fence, which is awesome. I see the fence wire shaking a little bit, and I see one of the cows is busted through. Sometimes the young calves will come through the fence. So that dictates. Did I set this up yesterday? Let me make sure I set it all up yesterday so I could move the cows over here, which I don't think I did. All right, this is going to be interesting. We got an escapee over here that's gotten under the fence, and he's just gonna have to be over here. So if you guys are just now joining us, welcome to the live stream channel. This is real life. This is what's going on the farm this morning. Happy Easter. I am asking for your thoughts and prayers. My grandmother's not doing so well. And your thoughts and prayers not for her returned health, but really for a peaceful passing. She's been on hospice for a while now, and we want what's best. Sometimes, hey man, I'm here, dude. I'm here. We're not gonna be able to talk until I feed these cows. Hang on. I hear you. I hear you coming. You're not coming through this gate. But everybody's going to want to come through this gate as soon as I open it. I'm going to go get shocked by the electric fence real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I think I made more work for myself. We're gonna let them in here. They are really fussy, so let me back the four-wheeler up a little bit. Maybe I can put it forward. Alright, I know you guys. Well, this isn't what I wanted to do this morning, but this is what we're gonna do. All right, I need a head count from you guys. I need an Easter head count, and you'll see some babies coming through. Come on, girls. Woo! Wow. Knock the camera over. Hey guys, come on, you hungry? We get a chance to get a head count on this much, did we? Look at them. Man, they are ready to eat that green grass. It's springtime. Tammy the donkey's coming in last. She's our guard donkey. So I walked this fence yesterday, and I think I got everything right, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk down here and just double check everything. I do not hear the electric fence popping like it should, which is the reason why that cow is over there. This is a young calf. 302 was born just a couple days ago. Perfect for getting hung up in the fence. The nice thing about not having barbed wire and having the electric fence like that, it's just a psychological barrier. It's not a physical barrier for the cows. So, but they'll test it like little velociraptors. They'll test it out. We're getting some decent green grass here in North Carolina, as you guys can see. It's gorgeous out here. I need to check my fence line. Pretty sure I got it all right yesterday, but just let me double check. It's windy. Quite the breeze. We've had a lot of wind over the last few days. It's blowing trees over. No trees on the fence, thank goodness, that I can see. Yeah, it's something that happens pretty frequently. All right, I remember what happened now. See, what had happened was, I gotta take this loose, hook it around on the other side. There we go. Now, let's see if I get a spark. This is how I check my spark. And I'm not getting a spark from my fence. So we're gonna have to go double check that and see what's going on. Don't fail me now, brain. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna grab the fence controller. I have a four-wheeler, so why in the world would I walk 500 yards to do that? You tell me. I think we're gonna get this out of the way. We're just gonna drive through, right through here. Alrighty. Move that post. Now we got enough room to drive through. We're gonna drive on over. We'll put this string up here temporarily so the cows don't decide to escape. There, I'm just wrapping that around so they don't go through there real quick. Then I'll come back with the four-wheeler. It's always an adventure. Every day something different. Happy Easter, guys. Let's turn the camera around and take a look at the cows, and we'll show you guys exactly what I'm going to do here this morning. I didn't really want to move them in here, but it's a little late now. Can't be crying over spoiled milk or spilled milk. So cows that are most likely to have a baby soon. We've got several that are likely to calve within the next 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I saw what they call a mucus plug on one of the cows the other day out in the pasture. Number 8 is on the list for probably not sticking around here on the farm. Number 8 just hasn't thrived on grass like some of the other cows, like this big old fat girl right here. And this girl here is going to be one of my candidates for first to calve soon. It's kind of showing in her back end a little bit. They kind of get a little swollen in the back end in their lady parts, and that's how you know when the calf is on the way. Now, you see this little calf right here, the new calf. Told you guys, new calves don't respect the fence. They're not old enough to learn the electric fence. And you see this new calf with its mom right here, and it was just hopping back and forth. You can see what they grazed yesterday versus what they're on today. And they will hopscotch all the way around this entire field until we fence that in, and then we'll have them over there. Little guy's cute. Hey, little fella. Little lady. Not a fella. Hey, little lady. How you doing? How you doing? Ever find the ear tagger? Nope, I just went and bought another one. So now I've got 2. You would not believe how many emails I got when I lost the ear tagger the other day. I got piles and piles of emails with people telling me they saw it here, they saw it there. It was the Where's Waldo of cattle ear taggers. Hey, sweetie. This is Sweetie. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Sweetie knows her name. Hey, girl. How you doing, sweetie? Okay. Let's hop on the ATV. We're going to haul a bale of hay all over the farm. I'm probably going to bring this bale of hay and put it back in here, and I'll roll it out to the cows tomorrow morning. They're getting into this habit. They want to move. They want to move every day. They want to move twice a day. It's springtime. So we got a buzzard. See that buzzard? What does that tell me? You guys see the buzzard? Right. He's coming right for me, right there. That tells me we potentially have got some afterbirth, or one of the cow's water has broken. So we keep an eye on that. Milk only, please. I'm reading your comments. Happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter. Let's fire the four-wheeler up. I'm gonna head on down here and get the electric fence charger and put it in a more appropriate place. We actually need to get the second electric fence charger and put it around those hay bales right there. But as long as these girls have grass, they don't care about a hay bale. Excuse me, ma'am. I've got to get through. Woo, the wind is whipping this morning. If I ever buy another four-wheeler, it will either be an automatic. Sorry, I'm having technological difficulties here. It will either be an automatic or it won't have this stupid push button shift. I don't like that. I can just click it with my foot. It's a whole lot easier and less electronics to keep up with. Right. It's been a nasty few days. We got nearly 2 inches of rain, guys, over the last, over the last 2 days. We got about 2 inches of rain. I'm going to drop this fence. I'm going to drive right through there with my hay bale and hopefully not hit a fence. All clear, here we go. Happy Easter, everybody. Pasture really looks good. Regenerative plan is going well. It is going really well. This is some of the worst pasture that we have here on the farm, and it's looking great. What I just have to be careful to do is to not overgraze these pastures like I did last year. What I did was overgrazed them and I stunted the growth of the pasture. Here's a remainder of what's called bale feeding, when you just set a bale out. Do you see this spot right here? This will not do well for 3 years or so. The cows will actually get in here and stir all that around and get some good butt fertilizer in there. When you just set a bale out like that and you don't roll it out like we've been doing, that's what happens. Our electric fence charger is right over here. It is a solar charger, and so is the well. It's a totally passive well system right here. No battery bank, no battery backup. When the sun is shining, the well is pumping. And when the sun isn't shining, the well is still pumping. There's enough solar power there to keep the well rocking. So here's our electric fence charger. I can hear it popping, but it's pretty weak. So we're going to take loose our electric fence, turn it off. This is the IntelliShock 120 right here. This thing kick pretty good. We're going to load this up on the ATV and take it over to where it needs to be. We're powering a lot of electric fence, nearly 2 miles of poly wire. And when you're doing that, and the cows are at the far end of where the electric fence would zap them, and sometimes you run short of electricity. So that's why I'm moving it. Okay, away we go. Come on, baby. It's a heavy hay bale in the back there. You might be wondering why I'm not unrolling that hay bale. The ground is really wet, and the cows will not consume it appropriately. It needs to be consumed within 4 hours, something like that. And if I put it out on wet ground, they will not consume it appropriately. And what they'll do is they'll lay on it and they'll ruin the hay bale. And that's what we're trying to get away from. While we're out here, we're always constantly scanning the land, scanning for new babies, scanning for fences down, trees down, any issues, any problems that might be going on. We're taking a look at our waterer. That's a tire water tank right there. What happened to Miss Stony Ridge? Oh, she got called into work. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So Miss Stony Ridge sometimes has to pull a call shift at the hospital. And for lack of better terminology, she was sucked into a call shift last night. For lack of better term. So she's at the hospital right now, and she'll be back home hopefully midday today. I hate that she got called in, but sometimes you just got to go into the hospital when you work, when you have a call shift. It's just it. She's a big girl. See this little calf right here in front of me. Hey, little fella. That's not a fella. We're going to have to name that calf. Beautiful day, guys. Grass is just right. It's better every year. There's Cindy. Hey, girl. See these little birds that are right beside the cows. I call them cowbirds. I believe they're called starlings. And they kind of follow along beside the cows and catch insects and stuff like that the cows stir up. So they have a little symbiotic relationship with the cows. We're actually going to take the four-wheeler down and we're going to park next to the water tank. And I'm going to hook up this electric fence. So these are called Copeland quick grips. Rhino grips, that's what they're called. Irwin quick grips is not what they're called. They're called Copeland Rhino grips. And they break all the time. But they're so good, I just replace them when they break. All right. You see you got one cow over here wants to test that fence around the hay bale, so I have to zip back to the house and put another fence charger on those hay bales. Cows are mischievous critters. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Whatever they can destroy, they'll get in and destroy. Name her after your grandma. I think grandma deserves a little better than having a cow named after her. It's a little premature for naming a cow after grandma. His grandmother passes. You know your herd is happy when you go into a field and they're all heads down. That's it. They were all heads up about 15 minutes ago. Got a little bit of fence work to do right here. I'll show you guys what we're doing. Gotta go back through. The cows will be on this section of pasture for approximately 3 days. This four-wheeler does not like to go in second gear with this hay bale on the back. Alright, so we're going to pull up, we're going to park here, and this is where we'll take the feed to the cows tomorrow. We'll grab our tripod and I'll show you the fence work that I have to do. Maybe I was smart enough to have a handle to bring a fencing handle up here, but I don't think I was. This is a tire water tank. Inside the tire water tank, you see a goldfish right there. Little goldfish lives inside the water tank right there and helps to keep it clean. So If it's healthy enough for a goldfish to survive in there, the goldfish has been in there nearly a year now, then it's healthy enough for the critters to drink out of for sure, and for me to drink out of. I would not water my cows in a container that I wouldn't feel safe drinking out of. It's a pretty common practice to have a tire water tank, but boy, I got fussed at a whole lot for having a tire water tank. That's just normal, guys. It's just normal everyday farm life. Let me grab a fence charger here and we'll get plugged up. Maybe. It's all tangled up in this wire. We're going to give you a little fence postology lesson here in just a second too. Why I like certain kinds of fence posts and why I don't like other kinds of fence posts. And I tell you, it's really hard to beat any product from Strain Right. It really is tough to beat any product from Strain Right. So there's no electricity on this fence at all right now. I'm going to go on the back of the four-wheeler, make sure, see if I have a handle. I've got to hook a handle up to here so I can run this next set of wire for the cows. I don't think I have a handle on here. I think I cleaned everything. Yep, I cleaned all the gear out that I might need. But that's easy enough, easy to rectify by doing this right here. Man needs a good knife. This is called the Milwaukee Fastback. It's something that I use every single day on the farm. My friend Tony gave it to me. You can store extra blades. As you can see, I'm on my last blade right now. Shout out to my, well, not my friend yet, but shout out to Project Farm for doing reviews on tools like this that are super, super helpful. Any of you guys watch Project Farm? That guy is just a wealth of knowledge, super helpful, super great information. I can't say enough about what Project Farm does for consumers. It's like a consumer reports for real people that you don't have to pay for. Project Farm. Check him out. Tell him Stony Ridge Farmer sent you. Great channel. Okay, so we just trimmed off. It's hard to do this on camera. We just trimmed off everything. What we're going to do, simply enough, for poly wire like this, this is poly braid or poly wire. It's an electrified string. All I have to do is tie a knot in it. That's simple. And now we're connected up with our handle right here. This handle is going to go on right here. Okay? Now you see it's loose. It's flopping around loose. Easily rectified. Where's that post? Right there it is. Easily rectified by just taking it and simply winding it right around this post. And when you do this, you can hardly see me. Let me get you a little closer. It's hard to aim the camera sometimes when you're doing it live like this. There's our post. And there we go. So if you want to tighten your poly wire, all you got to do is just wrap it around the post. A few times, maybe 6 good wraps right here. We'll be snug as a bug. This is my life. Isn't it fun? Okay. Rotate that a little bit. And this is regenerative agriculture, guys. This is regenerative agriculture. This is rotational grazing. This is what you hear about and what you read about. Building soil. This pasture, when I bought this land 7 years ago, had less than 1% organic matter in the soil. Now I can reach down in the soil and pull out juicy, delicious, wonderful earthworms. So really, really cool. Such a transformation this place has made. So the next step here, I've got to find a good step-in post to borrow to use for a ground rod. There's plenty over here. Step right over here. And I'm going to show you why I chose the fence posts that I chose, the ones that I use versus the ones that suck. And we don't like to use that word too much on the farm, but they just aren't any good. Here's one that isn't any good. This is, put you on a tripod and show you. This is a strain right step-in pigtail post. This is made of steel. It's made in New Zealand. If they made them in the USA, I'd be buying them from the USA, but they don't. This steps in. It's very firm. It's nice. It works great. This is a UV resistant plastic or polymer that insulates my wire, and the wire goes right through there. Let me show you the garbage that I buy or have bought in the past from my local Tractor Supply. And this isn't bashing Tractor Supply at all. The posts are substandard posts, and I don't recommend that you buy them because you've got to save some money. And especially if you're farming like this, you got to buy the right thing because you have to be able to rely on your posts. This is from Farm Fence Solutions. Let me show you. If I can find the other half, the other three pieces of this post. Here we go. This is what's left of a El Cheapo. Let's see what we can find. See if we can find a brand name on this. And if you don't want a social media guy like me bashing your post, then don't make a crappy product, right? Right, guys? I see hallelujah. He is risen. Don't make a substandard product. So this is the three pieces of a post that is 5 years old that was purchased from Tractor Supply. Here's the difference. Robust, strong metal step-in post with a nice steel shank. Pointed, robust shank, plastic step-in. Okay, so this is a plastic piece right here, and it's nice and firm. You can step it in. How many of these have I stepped in and broke? I've broken many, many of them. Every one of them that I have on the farm has failed. Now, this bends and springs. That's what you need in a step-in post. This doesn't bend, doesn't spring. It just breaks. I can't even break it. It's too short to break. You can see that it broke, obviously. Just show you. There it is. It's just brittle. It's like peanut brittle. The strain right doesn't break like this. Now, I'm not picking on Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply Company has its place in the world. But these posts, compared to the ones from Farm Fence Solutions, the strain right, even the strain right plastic post last a long time. This is not UV resistant. This is peanut brittle. It's garbage. So I wanted to show you guys that. I don't know if it matters to you or not, but it's definitely a superior one. Delicious earthworms. Really? LOL. I think not. I don't think I'll ever think earthworms are delicious. Dude, when you have a piece of land that's worn out and doesn't have an earthworm anywhere on it, and you see those earthworms, it is delicious. It is wonderful. It is delightful to have your farm actually start growing earthworms again. When you see robins out here on the grass where this was just hard packed, hard panned, over farmed soil, they are delicious earthworms because they're feeding. They're passing on that earthworm casting and they're feeding the soil. So we got a little bit more to do here. I'm going to take that step in and we're going to ground this. Strain right step in. Hit a rock. Okay. Just simple. Let's hooking this guy up. We got cow number 202 hanging out with us. I also have, we'll just take you over here. This is a fun little informative live stream for real world farming activities. We've got two different types of gates on the water system right here. This is a centrally located water system that allows the cows to graze this paddock, that paddock, that paddock, and that paddock. Sometimes, like here, this is loose, okay? This is also strain right. This is a strain right electrified bungee, right? So inside there are wire filaments that electrify that bungee. stop cutting the top of my head off. There we go. That is stretchy and it won't last very long. That's probably why we weren't conducting electricity all the way up here. And this was loose. It was kind of saggy right here. We don't want it loose and saggy. And the solution to making it tight again, after the elastic starts to give out, and this is going to last, I don't know, 8 to 10 years. I'll show you the other solution we found. So I'm tying a knot in it right here, which takes up about a foot of slack. Now, I'll hook it back up. We're snug as a bug in a rug. The other kind that I use, and is far superior, is this. This is a spring gate, electric fence spring gate. As you can see, it's like a big slinky. Watch this. If I have to, did you see how much wire I had to handle right there with the bungee? Look at this. It's just like a big slinky. Isn't that cool? So we just hook this up. There's no difference in the orange handle versus the black handle. Just different handles. We'll hook this guy up. Just like so. It stretches really tight, really tight. Put them in position. Turn on my electric fence. The fence is good. The cows are good. And they'll stay where they're supposed to stay. On. I hear it pop, pop. Okay. This conducts electricity all the way around there, all the way around there, to that line, and all the way back around here. Now we have some lines that are not in use anymore. The cows are not using these lines over here, so all I'll do is simply just unhook them, and lay them down, and that way the electric fence doesn't have to work any harder. Happy Easter morning from Amish country in Ohio. Berlin Valley Stables. Man, I gotta come see you next time we come up there. I don't gotta come see you. I'm gonna come see you. Oh, man. Okay, so our electric fence is working. Everything's working good. We're gonna test it really quickly. And here's how I test the power on the electric fence. Okay, I'm just gonna take this bungee loose. And I hear it pop. That's it. Now, no power needs to go back that way. So why do I have this powering another half mile of electric fence? Drop it off. Now we're only powering the paddock that the cows are in. It's just smart. It's just what I've learned to do over the last few years of doing this farm stuff. So hopefully you guys are learning a little bit along the way right here with me. Secondarily, check on the four-wheeler. Four-wheeler will sit up here till later this afternoon after I get the honeybees into the honeybee hives. There's 5 packages of honeybees. That's going to be a video that comes out very shortly. Once I get those handled, then that'll be my day, I guess, after I mow for 5 more hours. It's daylight till dark. It's before daylight till after dark, really, this time of year and for the rest of the summer, guys. Just is what it is. Big question I get all the time. Are you making money on the farm? Are you turning a profit on the farm just yet? And the answer is not yet. Okay? The answer is it takes time to build a business. It takes time. It takes seasons to build a farm. It takes seasons to build a cow herd. It takes knuckleheads like this that want to test the fence. Let's see what happens here. Lean in on the fence. We want the fence to... This fence should be nailing her. I don't know what's going on. Let's turn the camera around and see what we can get, because this is not what we want. Sometimes these solar batteries don't charge up quite as fast because we've had cloudy days for a couple days here. That cow should not be able to lean on that fence without getting the snot knocked out of it. What that does is takes away the psychological barrier of this fence. We got to test. We got to check this out. This can't be real world farm stuff here. That fence should be knocking the snot out of that cow. It should not be able to push through that electric fence. And I did put a new battery in this fence charger the other day. Can't wait to order your awesome beef. It's coming, buddy. It's coming. Just takes a little time to build. Okay. Rusty. See how rusty we are? Shouldn't be that rusty. All right, we're watching that cow. I hear the fence pop. You hear it? Now it's not testing the fence like it was. Let's do it right here. All right, let's see what we got. Because the most pressure is going to be on that fence. Let's walk back up here and see. When the calves are really woolly like that, they have a lot of hair on them, oftentimes the fence won't pop them. And I'm not trying to punish a cow or pop a cow or zap a cow. I just want to make sure that each cow respects the fence appropriately so that they don't escape, because sometimes this is the perimeter fence for the cows. And we fence out things that could be unsafe, like a pond or a really rocky area or a briar patch. This one was the one that had escaped earlier. And really, it needs to lose some of that woolliness. Got another one up here kind of testing the fence too. So we just kind of watch. Sometimes you just got to watch. Happy Easter, Michael. Yeah, let's see what this little calf does here. This was Butthead's calf last year. We got another calf up here. And the fence isn't that bad. I mean, it's not going to hurt them or anything. It just lets them know to respect the fence. And I don't understand. There's a whole pasture of awesome green grass out here for this calf to eat. But it has to stick its head under the fence. I have no idea why the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Missed the first part. We've had 2 calves born so far this year. This is our new bull, Donnie. Donnie the bull. Okay. Let's see if we got another fence tester up here. And it may just take the sunshine a little bit of time to charge this fence up. But we don't want them in here. Farmer's work is never done. So see this calf, why on earth? All the grass out here, does that calf have to be an idiot? And stick its head under the fence. Why? What is that? Guys, why does Mother Nature do that? What's pre-programmed in a cow to get itself into trouble? Goats are the same way. Goats are perpetually trying to get hung in a fence. Always. Lean up against that fence. I don't understand. At some point, we will have a much, much more powerful electric fence setup. But like I said, it's been cloudy for almost 3 days. So the batteries don't have a full charge on them. We're just watching to see if this calf gets an education here. There's clover right there. And that's what that calf is after. Here we go. That's a good one. Getting close. They know where to go. They know exactly what to do. You don't have a hot enough fence. That's right. It's solar powered, man. And when the sun doesn't shine on the solar panel, it doesn't charge the battery as quickly as it could. So, but I think these two doofuses right here are going to get over in the fence, and we're going to get a good fence test here in a second. Most of the time, it's the youngsters that are testing the fence. The older cows, they don't care. They just kind of hang back. But the youngsters are always testing. Just like kids, I guess. They just want to get into something. All right, we're a half inch from touching the wire. This is funny. Hey, honey, guess what I'm doing? I've been on YouTube for an hour this morning watching this guy see if his cow gets zapped by the fence. They make a fence tester other than a cow. Now you can see the bull getting a little close there too. We're trying to get after that clover. That clover must be the sweetest and highest protein, best tasting forage out here. Come on, let's see what you got. When you want them to be an idiot, they won't be idiots. And when you, there's one down there. When you don't want them to be idiots, when they're getting into stuff, that's when they're, gosh, I don't know how that cow's kept from getting shocked down there. It's got to be coming. Bull's looking good. Old Donnie B, Donnie the bull. All right. This cow here is right on the fence. What's going on? I think I need to turn my solar panel a little bit more towards the sun. Who knew we'd be walking around doing all this? Voltmeter. We're talking 10,000 volts. It's joules that really make the difference in a electric fence setup like this. Not so much volts. Right? 202, knucklehead. I hear the fence popping. All right. We want our fence panel, our solar panel to face south. That's about the maximum sunshine as we're going to get right there. I need to come out here with the same thing that I polish my headlights with and just polish these up so that they get a little bit better light. Yep. Well, let's see just how hot it is. Here's how we just test. We'll just take ground and go to hot. That's hot. Listen. I think what I have is rust. I have a rust issue here. You heard how hot that thing is. That's a hot electric fence charger. But it's not so hot right there. There it goes. Yeah. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to call it good. Another one eating up under the fence. We ain't got time to be messing around with this all day long. Bought a Gallagher set up front for my veggie garden. Why don't you touch it? Because I'm not an idiot. Not just yet. I have touched it, so I guess I have been an idiot in the past. All right, come on. Test it, girl. Sometimes it's nice to just be quiet and listen to the cows. Toothpaste polishes headlights. It doesn't polish headlights worth a crap. I'm telling you, I did a video about it. I have the most popular how to polish your headlights video on the planet. It's pretty crazy. I had no idea. It's my most popular video. And I did a toothpaste comparison. The toothpaste actually damaged the headlights. So the next thing I'm going to try is outdoor off. See what that does. And I think something else I need to do is I need to spray a little bit of WD-40 on those connector clips for the fence to make sure that they're connecting and getting good conductivity. But you heard the pop. So, yeah. Anyway, cows are doing good, guys. I got to run back down, grab another fence charger and put around the hay bales up here. But everything's looking good. Pretty awesome. The cows are looking good. We got babies on the way. As soon as we start having babies, we'll alert you guys. If you are not following on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel and you're on YouTube, go over there now, hit that subscribe button, follow on the Cows and Coffee, and you'll get updates on almost from 2 to 5 days a week out here in the cow pasture with the cows. You'll get to see what the real farming life is all about here on the Stony Ridge. Guys, thanks a lot. Happy Easter. Pray for Grandma. Got to go spend a little time with family. Take care.